Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Teams, I hope you're ready for the team finals of the 4th European Women's Championship.
Hi guys, welcome back again.
All the best.
So we're just about to start.
Ik ga hem even opzetten. Kut is dat, want dan gaan ze net beginnen.
Ik snap niet waarom hij dat gaat doen.
Omdat hij dan beter loopt. Dan loopt hij mega achter. Dat is kut.
Maar nu heeft hij jou ook weer ietsje zachter gezet.
Nee, dat zal wel meevallen. Moet ik mij iets hoger zetten?
Just speak louder or put your microphone nearer to
your
mouth.
Ik wil niet te keihard praten.
That's better, I think.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah. That's great.
And we are back. He just put the output thingy a little bit lower.
So welcome to the finals of the team event at this European Women's Championship at the Efteling Theater in Kaatsheuvel.
And this is exciting.
It is, and we just watched. We just saw Haley White starting off with a strike and Jenny Billingham starting off with a strike as well.
While Janine Gabel just left a 10-pin.
We are bowling on the long pattern today.
Yes, so both lanes will be are dressed on the long pattern.
This long pattern has been chosen by Team Germany as they were the higher seed in this going into this final.
I don't think England mind. The lanes seem to be hooking a lot more than they were in the alley.
Yeah.
Therefore, the long kind of reacts more as a medium, and the medium kind of reacts as a short. So things are different here. Not the same balls are being used, most likely. I saw a lot of balls being polished or even just sanded up.
Just to go a bit longer, or either just to not have that much friction at the end?
Yes.
We see Vanessa leaving a 10-pin. She's bowling with her Brunswick Nexus.
Let's have a look at Autumn.
So Autumn picking up that spare.
Up for England will be Haley Rumke, while we look at Vanessa Timter from Germany.
Vanessa easily... Oh.
That's the thing with these lanes.
We forgot that the spare balls were also hooking because the lanes have so much friction.
I heard people were like breaking their wrist trying to just not hit their spare ball at all. Because even plastic starts rolling and hooks.
We saw one of the German girls yesterday practicing on the medium pattern with her spare ball, using it as a strike ball.
Yeah.
And it hooked a lot. So let's have a look at Janine Ripgood from Team Germany. Ball didn't seem to recover.
That's a difficult 5 count.
Okay. So Haley picks up that spare. Maybe luckily that her spare ball hooked.
I think she liked the fact that her spare ball kind of went left. And Lisa John, our anchor bowler for England, while Germany is still working on their 3rd bowler, Janine Ripgood.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's another great spare by Janine Ripgood. She didn't like it off her hand, but when she saw that the pin spared.
That's a difficult one to spare.
Especially with your spare ball, but now at least we know the spare balls are hooking.
Yeah, that helps. That helps for sure. Let's see what Lisa John does.
Looked really good off her hand.
The English have a really good look on this pattern.
They do. When they heard yesterday they were going to bowl the long, they were relieved.
Yeah.
They were kind of relieved.
Let's take a look at Birgit Puppler, who will also be in the Masters semi-final later on today. She's giving her ball a lot of space to to come back. She's throwing it pretty far out. Yesterday we saw in practice she was almost hitting like the second board.
On the medium pattern.
Yeah.
This is the long pattern, and
she's still pretty far out.
She is further than we expected her to be.
So I always say, if it works, it works.
And I'm sure it will. She'll make it work.
Let's see what her spare ball does, since she hits the ball quite a bit.
Let's have a look at that. Oh, it hooked midway?
Yeah, that is, it's tricky. I feel like they're going to have to move left and try to keep up with that backhand hook it's going to have.
They have to, because England has it under control now. At least they have their ball reaction under control. Here comes Patricia. Patricia Lovoto is the anchor woman of Team Germany.
It's so quiet.
It is. It's exciting.
I feel bad for talking, although they can't hear me. Oh. Yeah, so she did not like that off her hand.
I have the feeling Patricia is a bit nervous, and I don't know. I wasn't expecting her to be. But this is a totally different venue, and it's something special, something extra, so...
I feel like as in practice yesterday, she had to throw it pretty close to perfect to have a good ball reaction and strike. She left a lot of single pins, and maybe that's in her head a little bit too right now. But she made good use of her spare ball rolling and going left, because she just spared that 310. And although England struck a little bit more, they're only one pin up after one frame.
Have a look at Haley White. There she goes. Oh, wow. Perfect
what a great shot.
It seems that England is not having that overreaction that Germany has.
No.
That was what we were already expecting. Germany has just a bit more hand in their shots.
What a good shot for Yanni Nagawa.
Even though there's a lot of friction on these lanes, these women did choose balls that hook a lot. You see Jenny bowling with a rotor grip Defiant.
There's still quite a bit of volume. I mean, it is the same pattern. Just the lanes and the lights. I mean, the lights make it warmer here. And the surface is, of course, different. Therefore,
we see both teams splitting now.
Yeah. The tough thing about this is you check in 6 balls, and that's all you get. And then you come here, and there's different lanes, different pins. The pattern is different. The lights make it different.
But you still
have to use those 6 balls.
You only have
you don't really have a chance to
change.
No.
The 6 balls you choose at the beginning of the week, those are the 6 balls you need.
And you just have to hope that they work on this as well. And you can change a lot.
Well, we saw a lot of coaches use the ball spinner that's been provided by the organization. A lot of sanding, a lot of polishing, while we see Autumn having a great strike.
They look dialed in.
I'm not sure if she's chewing her gum now, but during the finals of the Masters Championship and the doubles, Autumn is chewing gum, and I'm actually starting to think it's some kind of superstition.
Stress reliever, maybe?
Yeah, it's something that goes with her routine.
Yeah, she definitely has gum in right now.
Here's Haley. Oh, wow, that was a wonderful shot by Haley. Haley's been bowling great all week. She got into the Masters final being a top 8 seed, and unfortunately lost her match against Sandra Andersson. Well, that's not one you want to bowl your first match against, so...
Not at all. Let's have a look at Jenny Ripgood.
Who just took some more time to make this spare.
No. Yes.
And it wasn't enough time.
Thing is, she's really up the back of her ball, especially her spare ball. It seems to be going a tad bit flat, and so Her spare ball won't really be...
Do you think she's overcompensating for the fact that her
so.
spare ball was hooking during practice yesterday?
Well, the thing is, she's so up the back of it, and it doesn't have a lot of rotation. Like, she doesn't lift it as much, and so her ball won't really hook as much as the others, but maybe she has that in her head.
So we see Lisa John. Lisa John is the 5th player for Team England today, and we can see now why they put her in last place.
They look scary good right now.
They
Team
do.
England.
Well, they look scary good during the semis too, against
Really
Team
nice
Sweden.
shot by Birgit Puppler, but it seems again like she's covering a lot of boards, and that 10-pin, I mean, she needs to throw it close to perfect to get that 10-pin out.
Yeah. I have the feeling that her ball is having too much of a skid flip to carry,
Yeah.
since these lanes already give you that flip. This just gives it some more flip. Perfect spare. I think she's not changing anything with her spare ball. She's just making it work with that small hook.
You just kind of have to adjust. You can just move a little left.
I think that's what
with
she's
your
doing.
feet. It's so hard that if you want to change your release to do that consistently.
Yeah, and do it at this moment during
Yeah.
this extremely important final.
Let's look at Pat. Looks to be better. Was
Pat,
a bit better. Comes up a little bit high.
just a bit
leaves,
high.
Almost a 4.9. Trips a 4. Not bad. I think she can work off of that. So Team Germany is bowling a... Well, maybe not a little bit slower, but England is striking a lot, so they're a bit quicker.
They only have to throw once. So
The
as you can
scoreboard
see-
is a little bit tricky, though. They only, per team, show the player that is up.
But they do
and
show the total.
They do show a total. So after 2 frames, England is up by 13 pins, but they are working on quite a bit of doubles.
Yes, they are.
While, of course, we saw Jenny Rupert miss. So England is up by, I'd say about 35 pins.
Yeah, but Jenny also missed. She also had an open frame because she had that split with that ball going through the face.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at Haley again. She's working on a double.
Just a bit in.
Yes. She knew it off her hand that it was in.
I think the big difference between this pattern here and the pattern...
It doesn't hold.
It doesn't hold at all.
No.
Nothing holds. Just putting it just a bit
Yep.
tight.
It doesn't hold, and there's I feel like light hits. We saw that a lot because of the way the pins are in the bowling alley. That light hits carry a lot, but right here it's
not
different.
No.
Different pins, different lanes. It's tricky, especially if you've bowled in this alley all week long and you have a feel of what your ball's going to do, and that kind of gets into your system, and then you come here and you have to kind of shut that system out.
Yeah, you totally
and restart.
You get pulled out of your comfort zone. And I think it can be, for the higher seed, it can be, it can be. Sorry, we're just watching. And she spared. She's so happy she did. Look at
my
her.
spare ball hook in.
Well, I was just going to say it can be an advantage for the lower seed because they have nothing to lose, and the higher seed might not like it.
I feel like just making it here, you don't really have anything to lose. Up for Germany is Vanessa Timter, and she's having a rough start. She started with a 9 miss and then a split that she wasn't able to convert. So she only has 18 in the second frame.
Oh, lucky shot.
But
for
how
her.
about a Brooklyn strike to make up for that? How about that?
Yeah, it was good.
Good shot for Jenny.
Jenny spared.